now we are getting set for our second fight of the evening as it pits Alexis de la Cerda against Nelson Guerrero.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. You know, two undefeated fighters. Nelson Guerrero is coming off a tough fight. He faced a last-minute southpaw in LaVale Whittington, and you know he just struggled. I think it was probably his first time facing a southpaw, and he really struggled to get around. LaVale had a really good jab, and he couldn't really get around it, and he was uncomfortable boxing off the back foot. But I'm sure he, you know, he really wants to get that back tonight. And he's got a tough test for him, Alexis de la Cerda.
Yeah, and you know too. I mean, those 4-round fights. We talked about it a little bit earlier. It's very easy to get a draw in those 4-round fights. You got to win 3 of the 4 rounds, and if you're in if you're fighting a guy that you're pretty evenly matched, it's tough to. You don't have as many rounds to work with and try to separate yourself from there. So it could creep up on you. So fortunately for him, it wasn't a loss, just a draw.
Yeah, especially when it's a southpaw, and, you know, you're not quite used to that style. And southpaws are tailored to fight righties. It's not the other way around. So he definitely, it was definitely a learning experience for him.
And now we see Alexis de la Cerda landing. Another guy, as you can hear, a ton of supporters in the EQC Event Center. Right here out of Washington from Federal Way. Undefeated, 4-0 with 3 knockouts, coming off a unanimous decision victory over Alexander Taylor back in July. Had 2 fights in 2024 and 2 fights in 2023 and just 20 years of age.
Yeah, I saw some tape on him on his last fight. He looked like he was shooting some really good uppercuts with both hands, you know, and that's impressive for a young fighter as well. As most of them see so many young fighters come up and they're, you know, right hand dominant and they're just looking to land that big right hand, but he was showing it with that left hook, that left.
All right, bout number 2 is a matchup of undefeated boxers in the featherweight division. This fight is contracted at 123 pounds and is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds. He's fighting out of the red corner from Charlotte, North Carolina, by way of Managua, Nicaragua. He weighed in at 122.8 pounds. He has an undefeated professional record of 2 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 2 KOs. Give it up for Nelson Guerrero. And out of the blue corner, he hails from Federal Way, Washington. He weighed in at 122.4 pounds. His undefeated professional record is 4 wins, no losses, no draws, with 3 KOs. Make some noise for Alexis de la Cerda. The referee in charge of this fight is Mr. Bobby Howard.
Received your instructions in the dressing room. You know what I want. Fight with honor. Good luck to both of you. Buena suerte.
All right, we are set here for our second fight of the evening here at Emerald Queen Casino. Nelson Guerrero in the silver with blue trim trunks. And as we see, De La Cerda in the maroon with white and gold trim. Here we go. Landon looking to stay undefeated and improve to 5-0. Guerrero also looking to stay undefeated.
Yeah, you know, Guerrero's really rangy. He's at 5'9", fighting at super bantam, so he's going to try and, you'll see him already, he's trying to stay, use that jab and use his reach. He's got a really good left hook, too. But we'll see, you know, how he's able to keep him off him. He kind of got pressured on his last fight and struggled going off that back foot.
De La Cerda. Both guys being patient. Good jab to start for De La Cerda. As Guerrero, as you mentioned, has the reach on him. Trying to find that distance.
Yeah, but he's also got kind of like some other taller, like almost Brandon Figueroa, where they do get some good leverage on those hooks on the inside. And he definitely likes to fight coming forward, but you could definitely tell he's worked on going back and using that head movement and doubling and tripling that jab.
De La Cerda.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah.
A lot of supporters here, as he was a national Golden Gloves silver medalist in 2022.
You could see De La Cerda's already kind of stalking him down, and he's trying to work him to the corner, trying to cut off that ring, and trying to force him into that right hand of his.
Overhand right just missed.
Yeah, it got blocked by the gloves, but it's still, even when you touch those gloves, you could still, it still gives you something to hit, and you could work on a little combo off it.
A beautiful left.
Yeah, that was a nice fluid combo out of him. You didn't expect that left hook to come off it.
Another right hand caught.
Yeah, great
Guerrero.
step back right hand out of him that caught him clean.
Guerrero with those looping shots leaves himself susceptible.
Yeah,
and another right hand from De La Cerda there.
These first rounds could be so dangerous too when you're just coming out and you haven't taken that first shot yet. You haven't worked up all that sweat.
And you see Guerrero has those long, rangy shots, while De La Cerda has the short, compact shots. And right now it's paying off for De La Cerda as he's just timing it beautifully.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of stalking him and walking him down. And, using that right hand to block those jabs and shoot that little right hand and left hook.
De La Cerda again pressing Guerrero along the ropes. He is doing a really good job at cutting off the ring and closing the distance.
Yeah, well, Guerrero's making it easy on him. He continues to circle to the left into that right hand of Anthony.
And there's that left hook that landed for De La Cerda again. And he's got Guerrero in the corner. Guerrero's got to be careful. He's leaving his head a little bit high, making himself an easy target for De La Cerda. Another solid jab from De La Cerda as he has had a tremendous start to this fight.
Yeah, you could already see he's kind of throwing some arm punches because he's afraid to, not afraid, but every time he overcommits, Landon's doing a great job of landing counters. We'll see right here as that step back right hand.
And then that left
hook. He's got very good upper body movement as well for such a young fighter, 20 years of age.
And you could see he's again very similar to what we saw with Hernandez, just the patience, and even though he's in short distance,
yeah,
he's not nervous and not phased.
No, he's got really good footwork. He's able to kind of lean forward like that and step back and land those short little pullback right hands, and even did a little double jab right there that into where Guerrero was ducking. That pullback right hand has been the shot of the night for him, though.
And you can see he's got some pop in those punches.
Yeah, he's a strong kid and 20, and he's definitely got room to grow into it as well. You don't really get sometimes that power doesn't come for a couple more years.
So now we have round number 2 here. Once again, Miguel Flores, Justin Goosen Brown with you as we got a tremendous night ahead for you. Emerald Queen Casino in Tacoma, Washington. It's a packed house here. As we are in round number 2, it's been De La Cerda so far as he just almost tripped over Bob Howard. You don't see that often.
Referee got caught in his feet, but you get a packed house, and I'm sure De La Cerda sold a lot of those tickets. He had a big applause.
As De La Cerda, let's see if Guerrero is able to make any adjustments. Good body shot from Guerrero.
He sees that right hand coming really well, and he's doing a good job of countering it with that left hook and that pullback right hand that we talked about.
And now De La Cerda trying to close that distance as Guerrero has to find those openings and make those adjustments and get De La Cerda to respect his power.
Yeah, Guerrero's trying to find an exit route when De La Cerda steps into him, and he's getting clipped by left hooks when he tries to go to his left, and right hands when he tries to get out the other way. He's uncomfortable in there, not quite sure what to do. I'd like to see him pressure him a little bit more if he can, but it's easier said than done, obviously, when someone's got that power.
I was just going to ask you, Justin, in a situation like that where De La Cerda is closing the distance, you see he's got a little bit more power in his punches. If you're Guerrero, what would you like to see him do outside? Come forward, but he is getting clipped a little bit easily.
Yeah, I mean, He's got to. I would like to see him use that jab a little bit more. He's got that long one and kind of work his way in, but he's just getting pressured. It is tougher to walk someone down when you don't have the same power as them, and every time that you throw those punches, you're getting clipped with counters.
You're really starting to see that as De La Cerda is just.
Yeah, he could try and set some traps and try and land some counter punch of his own.
De La Cerda just hunting him down, or has him in the corner now again, as he is clipped Guerrero. Another great short left from Guerrero, or not from De La Cerda, excuse me, as he backed Guerrero up. Another right hand again. There's that step back right that you talk about, Justin.
Yeah, you could see Guerrero. He did commit on that one, and he tried and land a punch to change the fight, and it was a great footwork to be able to step back and have the ability to throw that uppercut off it.
Guerrero now trying to press forward and get a little bit of offense going for himself.
Yeah, he does have really good feet. You can see how he walks him down and how he's always in a position to punch. That is De La Cerda I'm talking about, obviously.
De La Cerda with an uppercut just missed. As, again, he continues to stay right in the face of Guerrero, and that can be taxing mentally for a fighter when you have a guy in your face, throughout the entire fight.
Yeah, and we're getting to a point, it's only a 4-round fight, and he's lost these first couple. He's going to have to start punching with him and kind of go for that if he wants to land a punch of note to change his fight.
Really good action in that second round from De La Cerda. Guerrero, again, just struggling to find his range and keep De La Cerda at a distance where he can utilize his reach.
Yeah, I mean he's not setting any traps. You could see him when he does throw that right hand and he tries to load up on it. De La Cerda sees it coming and he's able to step back and land some counters of his own.
So De La Cerda, again, I'm really liking what I am seeing from him. There's just certain fighters when you see them, you can kind of sense like this kid could be a killer. He's still very young in his career, only 4 professional fights, but you can kind of see it on him. I mean, and it goes to show with his, 3 knockout victories in those 4 professional fights. So, again,
I mean, he's got a good trainer too, Mario, who just trained Hernandez in the last fight, and he probably studies. I mean, you could see a little bit. He studies probably a lot of tape of Canelo, the way that he stalks him down like that. Not quite there yet, obviously, but I could tell he definitely studies some tape of him.
Cerda again doesn't really need to make any adjustments, as again comes forward, catches Guerrero.
Yeah, you can see Guerrero is trying to use his head a little bit, move that head a little bit more now. The corner probably talked to him about it, but you saw it in his last fight versus Whittington. He's really uncomfortable when you make him go backwards.
It's hard as a fighter. I mean, you see some of the top guys find it.
Yeah, he just got hurt right there. But yeah, it's definitely hard, especially when you're used to controlling the pace. But here we go.
Huge straight left from De La Cerda. Guerrero in major trouble now. Let's see if De La Cerda can finish it off. Guerrero trying to fight his way out of it. Staying in that pocket there.
Yeah, De La Cerda's doing a good. He kind of got amped up by the crowd right there, and he did go for it, which I like. But he's taking his time now, going back to setting traps and trying to make him miss and land some shots that have given him the success so far in this fight.
Yeah, especially if you're De La Cerda with a lot of supporters, it's tough to kind of lay off, but more times than not, it's the smarter strategy.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job with his feints too. He's leading Guerrero's head into that right hand, which is really it's an advanced move. He's from 4 fights. He's really looking good. As he even rolled with that left hook.
Another straight right from De La Cerda, as Guerrero just again on that back foot, just trying to create any sort of distance to get some offense going for himself, and just finding no success. And Guerrero had a shot to throw that right hand and just decided not to.
Yeah, I mean, he did have a chance right there to throw a little overhand right hand and try and catch his head, but it's so hard to let those shots go sometimes.
Yep. De La Cerda once again just being very patient, as he is very calculated in his approach. Caught Guerrero with that left hook.
Yeah, you know, Guerrero did get clipped in this round, and it's good to see, you know, we keep talking about all these young fighters, but he is keeping his composure, and he's doing a good job with that jab and kind of keeping his distance through the second half of this round.
See some body work from De La Cerda. I haven't seen him go to the body too much in this fight. And maybe that's one of those little minor adjustments he could make. Another left hook from Guerrero.
Yeah, add some variety to the punches with those left and those uppercuts that we talked about before the fight, that he's got a good one.
And with a guy like Guerrero who has that long torso, the body is an easy target for him. There you go. You see a left hook from De La Cerda to caught.
Yeah, but he's still cautious
Guerrero.
because he knows that Guerrero does get good leverage on that left hook on the inside, and you do have to reach in there when you go for that body shot.
Another good round for De La Cerda as he, once again, in full control of this one. There's that uppercut from De La Cerda, and then just those feints that he's able to use to get Guerrero off his mark, and then catches him going back.
Yeah, he does a good job of throwing punches and combinations. As you saw, a nice little shot to the body right there. But when he throws his combinations, even if the first couple miss, but they still clip the gloves, he's able to land, you know, that left hook at the end of it.
And then again, another left hook from De La Cerda, just backing Guerrero up. If you're Guerrero, I mean, you're going in now to this fourth round. What are you telling him from his corner? You're down more than likely all 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you could see when he does make a miss like that, and when De La Cerda goes for it, he could try and land a, you know, a little pullback counter, but it is so hard to let those go when you're not accustomed to throwing it. You could try and pressure him a little bit more, but like we talked about, he's got, you know, he doesn't quite have the hand speed to really let him go without being clipped on a counter.
Fourth and final round here. It's been all De La Cerda.
Yeah, De La Cerda does a really good job of catching those jabs right off the gloves, and he keeps his, you can tell he's got those eyes locked in on him, and he's stalking them down at, you know, pretty much every moment of this fight.
Let's see if De La Cerda will try to press on the gas a bit. Another right hand caught Guerrero coming in.
Story of the night, when he keeps that left hand down, he just comes right over the top with that right.
Knocked Guerrero off balance. Another right hand.
Even there
That
with
stunned
that jab,
Guerrero
yeah.
there.
Yeah, good little shot from Guerrero right there. You can see he's going for it right now, as sometimes it takes a couple punches to really just make you have that reckless abandon and really let it go.
Great body shot from De La Cerda there, as Guerrero needs to find his openings quickly here, as he doesn't have a lot of time to work in this final round. Good body work again
good
from
shots
De La
to the body.
Cerda.
And a good right hand around that guard of Guerrero.
Guerrero tries to back De La Cerda up. This is one of the few times we've seen Guerrero have De La Cerda on his back foot.
See the good long lanky right hand that he finished the combo with right there. I'd like to see him come back with a left hook off it when, you know, he's throwing punches with De La Cerda now, and I would have liked to see him do that before.
Yeah, Guerrero really is putting it on De La Cerda in this final round, which is great to see. It's a good bounce back round from Guerrero, but just not enough time. He's got to really go for broke here.
Yeah, and I'm sure he will. I mean, he comes from a good boxing family. His brother's 10-0 right now, Nilo Guerrero, and you know, I'm sure that he's been sparred with him a couple times, and he has been in there with tough guys.
Another right hand,
go for it.
followed by a left hook from Guerrero there. De La Cerda's got to be careful. You don't want to get too lax here in this final round. De La Cerda answers with a nice uppercut there.
Yeah, you can tell it's the fourth round. De La Cerda he's not quite as you know, sharp and powerful as he was to start this fight, but you know, we'll see if he can find anything once he knows that this fight's nearing the end.
Beautiful combination there from De La Cerda.
Yeah, I would like to see Guerrero go for it a little bit more right now too. You know, he's got to know he's down in this fight, and that you know, with this last minute or so to deal with, he's got to really put the pressure on and land something to 10 seconds left. There's a big right hand, but De La Cerda threw the shorter one and it clipped him.
And that does it here between De La Cerda and Guerrero. Fantastic action. That was a really good final round for Guerrero. as he really had to make De La Cerda work in that final round.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it was going to be a competitive fight with 2 undefeated fighters, but you see right here, De La Cerda does a great job throwing combos like we talked about the whole fight, and that pullback right hand when Guerrero gets a little bit long on that left hook, he's able to shoot that short right hand in.
So Guerrero, I'm sure, will be frustrated. You know, had some good momentum in that 4th round, and you know, these are the type of fights where you kind of want a 6 or an 8 round. I know that they're still both very young in their careers, but you're kind of curious of, you know, RK Guerrero's starting to get some momentum. How would this fight play out with a few more rounds?
Yeah, I mean, you never really know. It looked like he did do some good work towards the end of that fight, but you are aware when you step into that ring that it is going to only be a 4-round fight, and you're going to have to work fast. And he did, you know, he did take a little while to figure out what De La Cerda was doing, and he couldn't make those adjustments quite in time. But he started, you know, you can see he's got something to build off even with this fight, which I don't think will go his way. But he's got something to build off with that last round and keep working.
As for De La Cerda, looked really sharp early, had some power, really good pop in his punches, and was just, his timing was really, really good on Guerrero in those first 3 rounds, and he just caught him several times, and Guerrero, as you mentioned, just could never find that right adjustment.
Yeah, I mean, he was going up against
Bobby Howard, we need you right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our second fight of the night was a battle. And our judges ringside all saw it the same way. 36-40 for a unanimous decision for Featherweight's own Alexis de la Cerda.
40-36 across the board for De La Cerda. If you want to nitpick at the judging, I thought Guerrero did enough to win that final round, but you know, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
it's again just nitpicking here, but De La Cerda, they got it right, clear winner here, and again, a fantastic job on his part, really sharp throughout, and just as you mentioned, Guerrero just could never really figure him out.
no, he couldn't. I mean, that's another guy we talk about. He's 5-3
One more time
now with
for
5-0 right now with 3 knockouts.
Featherweight.
Couldn't quite get the finish there, but like we talked about earlier, 20 years of age, he's still got some time to grow and power a little bit.
De La Cerda.
He's already doing a decent job, you know, sitting down on those punches, especially when he sits down on that left hook that he was landing almost at will in that fight.
Yeah, De La Cerda, I'm curious how he is going to continue to evolve. As you mentioned, just 20 years old, got a lot of career in front of him. And I liked what I saw from him so far in this one. He's a kid to watch for in this Northwest area. And as long as he continues to train, continues to stay active, sky's the limit for a guy like him.
Yeah, he's advanced beyond his age, and that's what comes when you do get good work at a good gym, like where both him and Hernandez are at.
All right, now.